I cannot believe it's over. I really thought we were going to do it this time. I think we all did. However, do you know what's worse than the heartbreak? Having to listen to the discourse. I swear to God, if one more person tells me that Ireland are the Mayo GA of rugby, I will scream. I'll have a scream. So if you don't know what this is about, Ireland is out of the Rugby World Cup. Again, knocked out in the quarterfinals. Again, by New Zealand. Again. I do, however, think the circumstances are very different. Last time around, I didn't believe we could beat the All Blacks. And this time around, I think the whole fucking country believed we could and should beat the All Blacks. So let me tell you about the experience as an Ireland fan.
We're hiding from the sun.
I was over in Paris for the Scotland game, which was the last group game, and then the quarterfinal, which was a week later against New Zealand.
We're in the fan zone. We're actually hiding against the wall out of the sun because we forgot to put on sun cream.
The atmosphere was indescribable. Although, maybe not indescribable because I'm about to try and describe it to you. For the Scotland weekend, Paris was green. There were a few kilts around. In the fan zone, we were watching one of the games. There was now a bagpipe or two. But they were by far outnumbered by the Irish. That many fans getting to the stadium all at the same time was an experience. Let me put it that way. And I mean that in both a good and bad way. The atmosphere in the stadium was electric.
Wildest subway ride ever. Alex is yet to start his thing where he figures out where everyone else is in the stadium. He's found one person already. Yeah, but they're together. That doesn't. It only counts as one. He needs to figure out where every single person, every group that we know is in the stadium.
Can't wait to tell you.
I know. I'm actually kind of disappointed you haven't got started sooner. No, nay, never. Rise up your skirts. No, nay, never, no more. I can't believe that.
P.S. Bundyaki won Player of the Match. Second Player of the Match in a row, arguably should have been his third, and helped me stay on top of my fantasy rugby league. So, thank you, Bundy.
I actually love Bundyaki so much, you don't get it. You don't get it. Dirty old town. Dirty old town.
Obviously, after the Scotland game, we were all happy, blah, blah. No one cares about that. We were back in Paris the following weekend for the big game, the quarterfinal against New Zealand, which was arguably one of the most heartbreaking games of rugby I've ever seen in my life. Obviously, I am too heartbroken to want to worry about cooking, so it's really, really good to have HelloFresh to do it for me this week. I ordered my HelloFresh before I went to Paris. I went into the app, I chose the meals I want, and then I selected the date that I wanted it to arrive on, which was the day after we arrived home. So my HelloFresh just arrived, which is great because I'm only just back and need this. I need this help. Down there for dancing.
Hey, down there for dancing.
Chilled goods inside pop meal in the fridge. This is how they send it to you, like with ice packs, which is really clever, isn't it? Then I've got garlic butter prawns. Ooh, they sound amazing. I'm already thinking about food. I'm already thinking about lunch. I know we're supposed to wait for lunch. I actually love HelloFresh though. I love HelloFresh so much. Listen, I've decided I want to learn how to cook. I don't think there's an easier way that I could learn how to cook than HelloFresh doing all the thinking for me, sending me exactly the ingredients I want, and then a step-by-step guide on how to make it. Yesterday I did a Cooking with Claire live stream. Add the chopped parsley and the veg. And I cannot explain how well it went. Oh my God. Look at that. Yes, I am a chef. Don't ever tell me I'm not a chef ever again. Wow. I can't even describe to you how nice that is. Oh my god. It's like so lemony, which is just, I love it. Prawns, good. Carrots, good. Rice, good. Peas, good. Lemon, good. This is probably the best meal I've ever made for myself my whole life. That was the garlic butter prawns, and for lunch today I'm going to try the pork and pak choy rice. Number 3 is pork and pak choy rice with chili and coriander. Wow, sounds pretty good. So here is what I can do for you. If you sign up to HelloFresh using my link down below in the description or use my code Clisare, you can get up to €85 off your first 4 boxes. Listen, I cannot say fairer than that. Wow. Don't tell Alex I can cook like this. Oh my god. Okay, back to the New Zealand game, right? So the atmosphere was even wilder than the Scotland game. It is 4 p.m. now and kickoff isn't until 9 p.m. and you can already hear the shouting. This is the place where the first weekend we were here, they were doing up and unders all night with the ball. This is also the place where you've seen all the Instagram videos of people like on the hoods of cars and things and doing mad shit. So we were here last night and the police passed and they just like put on the sirens to say hello. They're like waving out the window. They're like, bonjour! That ball has actually hit 2 cars in the time we've been standing here. I think they need to stop kicking it, to be honest. They're not going to, but they really should. All the Irish people are standing on the road, but they're not meant to be. It's not a closed down road. Fuck me, this is mental. There were local entrepreneurs who had realised that the queues in the pubs were way too long, and so they were going around selling cans out of trolleys filled with ice. That's genius, because you can't get into a pub for love nor money. The metro was even more mental than I remembered from the week before.
Here we go again. We actually came 2 hours early. It's still the same story. Earlier.
I was actually, and I have to be honest with this, in the sick to the teeth here, feels fast and right. At least these lads tried a few new ones. The game itself was so tight, such a good game. I've read people describe it as the best match of the tournament, the best rugby match they've ever seen. Heart in mouth syndrome the whole way through. Holding out hope right until the final whistle went. There was a 37 phase set at the end, but ultimately we just fell short and that final whistle went and it was absolutely devastating.
Nobody's left goal. Cheering, saying goodbye.
I was bawling, crying. Like, bawling, crying. And I wasn't crying just because we lost. Like, I was sad that we lost, but specifically because losing meant it was Johnny Sexton's last game for Ireland ever. And as president of the Johnny Sexton fan club, I had a good cry in the stands. Like, the fantasy rugby league that I started is called Sexton Superfans, much to everyone else's delight. It was a fairly subdued metro ride back now, telling never nothing. And the next day I woke up hoping that it had been a bad dream. But here we are, I still haven't woken up. I was really surprised then the next night to see France lose. Very shocked. And even more surprised actually to see the South Africans singing Zombie. It sort of became the song of Ireland in the World Cup, and now it seems to have become the unofficial anthem of the entire World Cup because the South Africans are singing it as well, and they're switching out the lyrics for Razzies, and instead of saying zombie, they're saying Razzie. Then we finished our Paris time with a nice, quiet one. Now look, we did do some non-rugby stuff while we were over there, do not get me wrong. We did make it right up to the top of the Eiffel Tower. We have a desperate photograph to show for it.
Can you just look really hungover, please? Because you were until I started shooting.
Yeah, I can't. Run down 2 more.
I was actually going to do it there. I wanted to do a funny like POV video. You're hungover coming down off the Eiffel Tower, and Alex is in a good mood now, though.
Should run down 2 more, just in case you can get the shot.
No, I've already run down 6.
Tell you something for nothing. We were absolutely wrecked by the end. If you like this video, you might like some of my other rugby related videos, or you might like other videos that have nothing to do with rugby. Sure, just have a browse around, have a look, see what you're feeling. I do loads of different stuff. See if any of it's for you. I do want to take a second to thank my patrons. My patrons fund all of the content that gets made on this channel. I wouldn't be able to do this without my patrons. If you're in a position to become a patron, click the link in my description below, and if you're not, sure, listen, subscribing, liking, sharing, it all helps the girl out. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you in the next one. Slán, slán.